rules, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool.
It's week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Dolphins and the Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Mike. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with
pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
That didn't take long, did it? And now they're looking third down. That's another time to try and get the quarterback, too.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on second down when they got the sack? Because on third down, 0 pressure. All the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you know, that the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. First down, Mayfield. This complete to Lockett. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Mayfield going to keep it on the option. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. From the 3 now. Here they come on third and goal. They'll run for it with Pierce. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Here's Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better... This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked out just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Dolphins on extra point right now from Thomas Melvin. Extra point up and good by Sanders. We are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now.
These two teams all tied after 1. From the 30 on second down, Mayfield toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Mayfield now from the 50. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. To throw again on second down, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's not down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. To throw, Mayfield. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. He'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ellis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. The Dolphins at 9-5 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Dillon will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play. And he actually saved it to the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet. But you and I both know that he knows as well. His teammates carrying it out made this a successful drive.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. And this returnable for Hill. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Mayfield's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Mayfield on play action. He hits his target, Lockett. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Mayfield to throw it. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tyler Lockett.
Ready. On the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. So we have reached halftime. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On second down, Dillon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Brandon, I think you and I are both raised the same way. In the game of football, you run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Yeah, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
We all look down the home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't it?
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How do you get much more balance than this? Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A.J. Dillon with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 21. So that drive consumes 9 plays altogether. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown. touchdown run. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Mayfield on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14 as that'll lead the third goal. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Watch out for Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said,
and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Rolling to his right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
Is for all these guys. It's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, Make sure you get your...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Miami. 61 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Okay, ready? Go, 38. Let's get that touch.
2nd down and goal. Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front. Extra point and good by Sanders. They will take a 7-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Houston set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. We'll get this up to about the 44.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Good contain, no gain in the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen. But
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. Dance, and he's taken down. Back in his own 7. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. There in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got it at the 15. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Give to Pierce. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Miami set to take over. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. They've got good hands. They, of course, are a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Well, we're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That'll be caught by Eric Ezukama. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Eric Ezukama, 45 yards. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point and good by Sanders. They will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's Tua. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 19 yards away. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield now. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Mayfield. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this one is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. A give for Dillon running right. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
2nd and 5.
And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Going to the Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point, and good for the Saints. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. And here comes the Texans now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On second down, Mayfield again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual.